Well, I just filmed my entire video without my mic.
So now I'm back. Let's do it again.
Okay, we're back. Can we please talk about identity shifts and how these happen and why these happen when we're grieving? My name is Brittany, and I lost my fiance, Zachary, 1 year ago. And I am not the same person as I was a year ago before he died.
A piece of me died that day when he died. I will never be the same. This video is for you if you've been feeling similar after the loss of your loved one. And I'm here to let you know that it's okay.
If parts of your old life don't fit the same anymore.
Losing someone that you love on such a deep level really makes you realize how fragile life is and what you're willing to put up with and what you're not willing to put up with anymore. You don't take relationships for granted anymore. You learn how to set boundaries. It doesn't just change your feelings, it changes who you are down to a cellular level. It's like your DNA changes. It's like your soul changes.
It's not just surface level stuff anymore. It changes you to your core. It changes your identity. It changes what you think is important.
So, one of the ways that my identity has changed is that I prioritize me a lot differently now. In the past, I would always kind of like show up for everything, for everyone. I would feel like guilty or I'd be like, oh, I should really show up for that. It's really important to protect your peace when you're grieving
Because you're the only one who can do that for yourself.
nobody really knows like where your threshold is, and some days are better than others.
Some days your threshold for bullshit is higher than other days. And so you're the only one who can kind of like measure that. And so it's really just important to listen to your body, be intuitive, and understand what you have the capacity for on certain days and what you don't.
I had a clip that I didn't really want
To re record, so bear with me for this next clip without the microphone.
After loss, everything can feel unfamiliar. Your routines feel different. Your priorities change. The tolerance for things that you used to accept or be like, oh, that's just how they are,
It's just intolerable now. They know exactly what they're doing and how they're acting, and they've always acted that way and shown you who they are from the beginning. They've always been that way.
And there comes a point in time where I had to start protecting my energy because no one else could.
Or like the people who were supposed to protect me in those moments
Were actually the ones causing me the most pain.
And so if this is you and you're feeling an identity shift with loss, just know that it's part of the process. It is a really good thing because we don't want to stay the same. We don't want to stay stagnant. We don't want to continuously do the same thing that we've always done. It's like recently I've just been saying, it's like someone shook me and woke me the hell up. That before I couldn't really see clearly. Everything is a lot clearer now in the direction that I want to take in my life. Knowing what priorities are important to me, where I want to spend my time and my energy, whether that's work or in relationships or
just saying no to things that I usually would be. They may be upset if I don't go.
if I don't want to go, I'm not going to go.
And at the end of the day, they actually don't care as much as you think they do. Nobody really cares about you. Hate to break it to you. So they say after grief that you shouldn't like do anything rash or make any like crazy decisions within the first few months. And yes, like that's probably a good idea because grief hits you so hard that you are like, you don't know what's up and what's down. So like I was in this grief group and they were saying that they were talking about this story about how you shouldn't make changes because when the pain is so hard, like say someone loses their husband in the house that you're in. And then the pain is so hard that, you sell everything, you pick up, and then you move. And then lay
down the line as time goes by, maybe 2 years, 5 years, 10 years,
when you can kind of live with this grief a little bit better. It never goes away, but you can start living with it. That this person was like, oh, like I got rid of our house, the house that we had all of our children in and all of that, just because the grief was so intense. So if it's the first few months, you're advised not to like do anything crazy.
But I've had so many times in the last year that I just wanted to like jump ship, like
Pick up everything and just leave, like get out of here. And I think that's also normal because grief stirs up everything in your life, everything. And so it's completely normal to just feel like you want to pick up and move and do whatever you want. And I think that is exciting and also really liberating because you realize like what is important, because nothing is really more important than that person that left. And you see how fragile life is, that you're just like, you know what? Like, he's gone. What else could be worse than this? Nothing. So what am I afraid of? And there's nothing wrong with all of these feelings and thoughts, right? I think it's a good thing. It shakes things up a little. You realize what you want and what you aren't going to waver for anymore. You realize how precious your energy and your time is, and you make changes based on where you want that energy to be and to go, and the people you want to spend your time around, people that don't suck you dry with your energy. You're able to pour into people that actually poured back into you and
purposefully create relationships
where you can feed off each other and be vulnerable and spend time together. And it's just really beautiful. Within my grief, I felt so alone. I had friends and family members completely kind of like jump ship. They didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know how to handle my grief. And it was really hurtful in the moment. But now I feel a lot clearer on the direction and the relationships that I'm wanting to build to move forward in my life.
I'm 33 and I just feel like relationships in the past, I still had like ties to like high school friends and new friends and
friends in like the party stage who were still kind of like hanging around. I'm different now. And the thought of like spending time with those people makes me feel kind of like I don't even see them in my life anymore because so much has happened and so much has changed. And I've grown so much in the past year that's completely over all of those people's heads. They have no idea, which is why they couldn't meet me in my grief to begin with. And that's okay.
I think the best thing you can do with all of these identity shifts that go on throughout your grief journey is to listen to your intuition. Like really just sit with it. Sit with it, listen to it, feel everything. Feel all the feelings. Don't try to push the feelings away. You have to sit in them. You have to feel the pain of it, the deep, dark days of the pain. And I know it sucks and I know it's scary and no one wants to sit there, but it's so important that you do because that grief is going to sit with you forever. It's going to be with you forever, whether you face it head on or you constantly run from it for the rest of your life, right? It's gonna be there. And when you don't face it head on, it's gonna poke its head up in different moments of your whole life when you're least expecting it or when you're expecting it, or if another kind of something happens that you're not really ready for, it will come out. It's not a matter of if, it's when. Don't be afraid of the identity shifts. The purpose is that we're not supposed to stay the same. Grief wakes you the hell up. It is terrible and it's beautiful all in the same. It's okay if old parts of you don't fit your new life. I promise you, you're going to be better for it. But allow those feelings to come up. Allow yourself to listen to your intuition. Take the days that you need when you have no energy, When you feel a rush or you feel like, oh, wow, today's a good day, use it to your advantage. Listen to your body, listen to your surroundings.
And you can let a new version of yourself emerge slowly or more fast if that's how you're feeling. Just let it kind of come organically,
And you don't have to rebuild overnight.
take as much time as you need. A year later, the other day, I had like a really terrible day. And I'm like, wow, it's like 3 steps forward, 8 steps back. That's literally how grief is. So give yourself grace and join like a community. Have people around you that support you and love you. And the people that don't, do not even give them the time of day. Don't give them the time of day. It will drain you. And you need support and love, and that is it. I am still learning who I am. I'm 33. I lost my fiance at a super young age.
I've now outlived him. His name's Zachary, and he was 33 when he died.
So I'm now older than him, and that's something that I can't look past. Death is the scariest thing that can happen to anyone. It is the ultimate
resolution, and it's scary to think about. Literally everything in life is because we are trying to survive. Everything.
love, having money. We're anxious because we need money because of our roof over our heads and we want to be well liked and all of these things. It's all because we're afraid of dying.
And when that happens to you, especially when someone so close to you dies, and it affects all of us so differently, but it is a huge wake-up call. It shakes your soul where you think, what am I doing with my life? Is my life purposeful? Where am I putting my time and energy where I can get that back?
Who am I allowing into my space, my sacred space? Who do I allow access to my grief? It is so sacred,
and not everyone deserves access to that.
Protect your heart. And I keep having to tell myself that because I am like an open book. I can't help it but tell like everybody my whole life story. And I'm on YouTube, right? Of course. So like I have to tell myself that constantly is to like protect my heart, guard my heart,
keep my sacred, thing to myself because it's a scary world out there. If you are navigating grief and loss, just know you are not alone
in this grief and loss. It is so hard and we all handle grief so differently, and that is okay.
So I want to invite you to something that I've created in the last couple of weeks. And myself and a few other amazing women who are also grieving their partners, we are joining
this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. online in a
called Circle. And I've created this beautiful space where I post like easy, nourishing recipes. We have a group chat where we can stay connected in between sessions. And then our sessions run weekly, and they are on Sundays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time in North America. So we're like in the Chicago time. And I would like to invite anyone who's interested in kind of joining this community of a safe place. If you're not feeling like you have anyone to kind of listen to you or support you through this grief, having people who see you and understand what you're going through makes the world of difference. I'm 33, like I said, so I had no one around me in my circle, or even if I was going to try to find some people who knew what it's like to lose someone so close to you, such a young age, I couldn't find anybody. And I just felt so alone and so defeated. And I thought I was the only person in every room that I walked into. And it was so devastating. And everyone just felt sorry for me. I could just see it in their eyes. And when I found a grief community, I was like, this is exactly what I was missing.
If you found this video helpful, please like or subscribe to our channel. Take care of yourself. Grief is so hard,
and just know that you're not alone through this. So if we can support you in any way, reach out, click the link below, and we'll see you next time.